Did you know that pneumonia is among the leading causes of death right here in Kenya? Join me, Winrus Kavengi, as we explore what exactly is pneumonia, what are the causes of pneumonia, and how can pneumonia be prevented? Every breath we take is a gift, but for millions around the world, that gift is under threat, especially right here in Kenya. A silent killer is claiming lives, young and old, rich and poor. It's not a new virus, neither is it a rare disease. This is pneumonia. And according to the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, pneumonia has been the leading cause of death in Kenyan hospitals for the past 5 years. In 2021, it claimed over 15,000 lives, and it is time to talk about it. The question that lingers most in our heads is, what exactly is pneumonia?
Pneumonia is a disease that affects the lungs. A condition where the lungs get inflamed and infected. There are many causes. We have bacterial causes, we have viral causes, we have fungal causes. And sometimes we classify pneumonia based on the cause. So we can say it's bacterial pneumonia, we can say it's viral pneumonia, we can say it's fungal pneumonia. Those are the main causes.
Symptoms of pneumonia include cough, fever, chills, and difficulty in breathing, which can be easily mistaken for a normal cold and can escalate within hours. However, in some cases, especially in remote areas and in children, delayed treatment can mean tragedy. According to Dr. Magada, pneumonia is diagnosed and treated based on the cause.
Depending on what we think is the likely cause of pneumonia, then we'll decide. For example, if it is bacterial pneumonia, we then have to give antibiotics. If it is viral pneumonia, then we have to give antiviral agents. If it is fungal pneumonia, then we have to give antifungal agents, and they're different. And also, even in the bacterial pneumonia, we have to give medication based on where we suspect the patient got the pneumonia. We have like 5 areas where pneumonia can be gotten from. If it is outside a health facility, we call that community-acquired pneumonia. Now, in community-acquired pneumonia, the approach is different when we are giving antibiotics. If the pneumonia is acquired within the health facility, and it's not a long-term care facility, we call that healthcare acquired pneumonia or health-associated pneumonia. Now, again, the approach is different. The health-associated pneumonia usually is more serious than community-acquired. Then we have ventilator-associated pneumonia. In ventilator-associated pneumonia, this is a pneumonia where a patient gets when they are intubated in ICU, and they're put on a respirator. Again, the approach for that on that treatment is different. And then we have aspiration pneumonia. Aspiration pneumonia happens especially in people who are unconscious and they're not able to cough out things, so part of the gut contents get into the lungs. Again, in aspiration pneumonia, the approach in terms of treatment is different.
Kenya is fighting back, but this has also been met with its share of challenges.
The biggest challenge, like I said, is in the area of diagnosis.
Yes.
But once we are sure that it's pneumonia, the next challenge is on the available medication. Some of the medication that we need to use, for example, if you're talking about healthcare-associated pneumonia or ventilator-associated pneumonia, some of those are very expensive. And where insurance has an issue or there is no insurance, then the family has an issue in terms of affordability. We also need to then advise the family in terms of to avoid picking the infection from the patient or reinfecting the patient when the patient goes back to them upon discharge.
Pneumonia kills more children in Kenya than any other disease, and there are some risk factors that we need to consider as we strive to fight against pneumonia.
And the risk factors for pneumonia, age is one of them.
Yes.
You'll find that children under 2 years and adults, elderly, over 65, are more prone to getting pneumonia. Therefore, this is an age group we would target, for example, in making sure their environments are cleaner and free of infection if we can. Other risk factors, for example, smoking, tobacco smoking, is a risk factor. So smoking cessation is an important approach in prevention. In terms of wanting to improve immunity, because we know that immunosuppression is one major important risk factor. So one of the ways of improving immunity is a healthy diet, exercise, adequate rest. People must, we must embrace rest as part of a schedule. I know now we have very many targets, people wanting to work around the clock, but rest is an important aspect of building immunity. So that is an important thing. And then, of course, we must look at air quality. Air pollution plays a role in predisposing people to infections, to pneumonia especially. And so it's important that we improve our air quality, reduce pollution.
Remember, pneumonia is treatable, but know the signs and seek help early. With awareness, access to care, and community action, we can turn the tide. Pneumonia is preventable if we fight together.